Hi, everybody. Welcome into Northland Basketball, an exclusive presentation of the Sports Zone and presented by Choice Broadband. Welcome to Page High School for tonight's big matchup between two quality boys basketball programs and what is a rematch of the state championship game just, 3 years ago when the Snowflake Lobos fell to Page. It was the Page Sand Devils' first and so far only boys championship. And the opening tip was just tipped as we roll our opening sequence here on our broadcast. Those watching video did not catch the opening tip. But as we join you now for the live coverage, you're going to see the first shot just missed by the Snowflake Lobos and tapped out of bounds. Snowflake will have it for an inbound. They control, and we're underway with Northland Basketball presented by Choice Broadband. My name is Floyd Simmons. I get to call the play-by-play for you on this one tonight here from Page High School. A late change on our schedule. And we made the trip here to watch this Page team that is off to a pretty good start to their season, and the Snowflake Lobos as well. There's a travel called early on Snowflake, their first turnover of this one. And as I mentioned, everybody, we are underway. Coach Justin Smith right there, the guy that leads this Sand Devil club. And folks, welcome into this broadcast. And we had a few challenges, a few technical challenges along the way. But we have got them all taken care of right up to the last moment, and we just did miss the starting lineups in the opening tip, but that's about all we did miss. The Sand Devils have played a bunch, and they just had a tournament this past weekend. And as they get set to battle Snowflake here in this one tonight, the Page boys bring in a 6-4 overall record. Snowflake has only played 2 games. Yeah, just 20% of the total number of games that the Sand Devils have been able to play so far. We get our first whistle of this one here. And that's going to go against Snowflake, and Asher Brewer is the guy that collects his first foul of the game. You can see still no score here with 7:19 on the clock and back underway. And a long three-point try is going to go up. Tyree Stingley missing on his first try of the game. The Sand Devils going to run it up the floor. No, pardon me, Snowflake run it up the floor and unable to connect on it, but a whistle and a shooting foul. This foul is whistled on the Sand Devils. And I've got a jersey number 21 that I don't have a name to match up with, so I'm going to get that to you here. Oh, pardon me, wrong side, Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith is the guy that collects his first foul of the game for the Sand Devils. On the other side, Aiden Core is the guy at the line, and for Snowflake, he gives them their first point, and the first basket of the game is, or the first point of the game, first free throw is connected on. The second one, no good, and we got a baseball score here. 1-0 underway, and 1 minute into this one at Sand Devil Gymnasium, or whatever they call it. We've been wondering, what do they call this place, and we've never really been given a definitive name as to what do you call this gym, and it deserves a name with all the greatness that they've had in their programs, the boys and especially the girls. This place deserves its own name. I see a banner up on the wall that says Devil's Den, but is that the official name? No, I don't think so. Behind the visitors' basket down there, you can see home of the Sand Devils. Yes, it is. They're home. There's that banner up there, the Devil's Den. But what is the official name of this place? I don't know. And there's been some great players. You could find one of the great players, either a boys or a girls player, especially a girls player from their past. Maybe name it after them. How does that sound? How about Celeste Claw, Boca Claw, the girls' head basketball coach? She is a multi-time state champion when she played guard for the Sand Devils many years ago, and now she's their head coach. As you watch Aiden Core, look at the hustle by the Snowflake inside linebacker. He plays basketball a little bit like he plays linebacker. Great instincts, great speed. He attacks the ball, and right there he's able to get it loose, force the jump ball, and it will be an inbound for the Sand Devils, and they will enter the ball in. Joey Benali has it, left side in the corner to Tyrese Stingley for a three. Missed that shot. Some banging around on the rebound attempt. No whistle from the officials there, and the ball it's called a jump ball. The two guys that got mixed up right there, Noah Reed for the Sand Devils and Gian Jones, who will take the inbound pass and then return it to Landon Clare for the Snowflake Lobos. Gian Jones, Landon Clare, and now Aiden Core with the basketball. We'll check the other two starters for you. One of those is Merrick Ulberg. He tries to force a pass into the baseline cutter, and that's going to go out of bounds off of, I think Aiden Kerr was the last guy to touch the ball there. And then the fifth starter for Snowflake is the guy who picked up the Sports Zone's Player of the Game, which is brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Our last time out to see Snowflake, and that's when they traveled to Chinle a few nights back. Brock Irvin led Snowflake to a road victory at Chinle. So far, their only victory this season. They are 1-1, and Brock is the fifth starter out there on the floor for Snowflake. Stingley is going to try to post up and move inside. A pretty good move. Got his own rebound, and he'll put that one up and in. Hard to defend that, and with his length, he was able to battle and get that offensive rebound and give the Sand Devils their first points of the game. 2-1. Page in front, nearly 3 minutes into this low-scoring start to the game here. Northland basketball. It's brought to you by Choice Broadband, and the ball gets worked to the corner right side. Gian Jones for the shot, and the shot is good. That big three lands for Snowflake, and the Lobos pull in front. The count is 4-2 early on in this one. Joey Benali with the basketball for the Sand Devils. Let's check your five on the floor for Page. You got Benali and Max Reed out there as well. Here's Tyree Stingley handling the basketball. The other starters look like this. Jalen Herder is out on the floor. And then the fifth starter, I'll get it for you here after we watch Stingley make a nice move to the basket and connect. Noah Reed is the fifth of the Sand Devils out there, and Stingley is going to collect another rebound off a Snowflake miss. And the attack on the baseline. That one goes up. That one no good. Tapped out to Benali for a three-point try. He'll miss there. Another offensive rebound for the Sand Devils. They could not get that to go. Herder tips it out, and the Sand Devils going to control but throw it away on a wraparound pass. Max Reed had a nice thought, but his pass was tipped by Snowflake. Claire missing. Gian Jones missing. Back to Claire outside. Snowflake keeps it alive here with a 4-4 score in the first quarter, but a turnover. And there to take it away for the Sand Devils is Max Reed. Reed's got the ball. Now to Stingley. Tyree Stingley in the front court for the Sand Devils. The lob goes inside, and a shot goes up, but it's no good for Talon Herder. Rebound, Snowflake. Gian Jones up the right side. And attacking the basket, spin move. And that shot is partially blocked by Stingley on the shot attempt by, it was attempted by Merrick Ulberg, and now will follow after an offensive rebound by Snowflake. Will swirl out of there. Gian Jones can't quite seem to find it. He hit that three a moment ago, but a couple attempts inside have been difficult for him for sure. Merrick Ulberg is going to get whistled for a foul. There, let's get some audio for you, folks, back listening at home. That sounds a little bit better, doesn't it? Open it up a little bit. Make it sound like we're at a basketball game, why don't we? Hey, we're past the halfway mark here of the first quarter. Sports Zone Nation, thanks for joining us for this broadcast of Northland basketball. A bounce pass to the baseline right side. Tyree Stingley now out at the top, and they'll swing it around. Jackson is back on the floor for the Sand Devils. He started the game, and now he returns to their lineup. Look at that nice move, and the fadeaway off the glass is good for Stingley. And early on in the game, Tyree is establishing a presence. He scores the first 6 points of the game and steals that one from Jones. Lost it out of bounds, but Stingley is a one-man wrecking crew right now for the Sand Devils. Doing everything on both ends of the floor. That is going to, are they going to say that? I thought he lost it out of bounds. The officials say Snowflake knocked it out of bounds. So the Sand Devils own it. Jackson Smith, as I mentioned, back in their lineup. All out way up top. And then Reed has it on the right angle. That is Max Reed. And I believe Noah Reed, number 11, must be a brother or a cousin. Boy, they look a lot alike. Here's Benali for a three, left side, and Joey misses that shot. Rebounded by Claire. And Landon Claire will race up the right sideline with the basketball. Now attack. And dish it to Gian Jones, but player control foul. Claire had a good thought in mind, but he is going to get whistled, and his dad, the head coach, is going to shout some instruction out to his guys on the floor. There's Jackson Smith, and he's got the double nose plugs in one nose nair. It's called a nair, right? Your nostril. So he must have had a pretty good bloody nose a while ago. Sand Devils take over the basketball again. And Joey Benali attacks, kicks it back outside. And wide open is Tyree Stingley, enough so that he could set himself, take a dribble before the defense ever got there, and he knocks a three down. 9-4 is our score. Sand Devils in front, ball tips around in the corner now. Claire open, he's got a three, look at it for Snowflake, but his shot is going to be off the mark, and it tips down into the hands of, who else? Tyree Stingley with the basketball for the Sand Devils, and he'll spot up and knock it off the back iron. No good on the three-point try, and a 3-on-1. Jackson Smith got back defensively to help Tyree Stingley under the basket for the Sand Devils, and he kicks it out of bounds on that pass that Snowflake tried to sneak inside. So we will get reset for an inbound for the Lobos and a 30-second shot clock. The minute 13 remaining. Inbound play for Claire. He can't make the lefty off the glass. He got under the basket. Pretty good job by Snowflake to get that started, but they couldn't finish it. And the Sand Devils have the basketball. Talon Herter works his way down. He muscled his way down there against Brock Irvin, but he overshot the basket. A lot of that going on so far between both of these teams. Gian Jones with a nice little move. Silky smooth to the basket. And Gian's got his second bucket. This one a 2, the first a 3, and now that gives him 5 for the game. He's got 5 of Snowflake's first 6 points scored so far. Look at Aiden Kaur and those quick hands. He's able to knock the dribble away, and now he steps in front of a pass. Boy, what instincts by Aiden Kaur. He takes it away for Snowflake. Here's a drop back pass to Gian Jones. His 3 no good. Tips around, and Talon Herter controls the rebound for the Sand Devils. We've got 12 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. A 9-6 lead for Page, and they'll throw it away and give Snowflake the ball with 7 seconds now remaining in the first quarter. Christian Smith to throw it in. Gian Jones has it. 3 seconds. Jones will pull up on the baseline and travel on the way in and leave 2 seconds for the Sand Devils to do something. That's enough time to get the ball, take a dribble, and launch one. Here it comes. There's that dribble. Here's the long shot, and that's a little bit too high on the attempt for Page. And we end the score like this. The first quarter ends like this. Page 9, Snowflake 6. Stand by. Northland basketball fans will return with more Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Hey, welcome back in, everybody. Hey, get a shot over here if you can, Derek. I don't know where you're located, but take a shot here at the broadcast desk, and you'll see me right here. And then this gentleman is called Kevin Anderson, and he's here at the middle school at Page, and he's been here for 23 years. And he doesn't know the name of the gym, okay? So he's been here for a long time, so he doesn't know it. He knows it's the Devil's Den or whatever, like we do. But the other thing I wanted to mention about Kevin is that Kevin's our scoreboard operator. So when we come to Page, at least in the current world we live in, you watch Christian Smith on the Snowflake end, and he is able to roll that one in. Boy, that was close. But Christian was able to get it to go, and Snowflake pulls within 1 here as the second quarter gets underway. Northland basketball is brought to you by Choice Broadband, and that shot for Christian Smith makes this a 1-point game. Page 9, Snowflake 8. But as I was saying, the gentleman next to me, Kevin Anderson, is the he's our broadcast scoreboard operator. We normally use the actual scoreboard data right out of the scoreboard that the arena's using. So whatever they're doing, we have the exact same score, the exact same clock, all that stuff. As you watch Snowflake unable to get the tap. Good effort by Brock Irvin, but it wouldn't go in. And then he battles with Tyree Stingley for the rebound. It's a jump ball, and it looks like Snowflake will have it for an inbound. But Kevin here is doing our operation. We appreciate that, and he's doing a great job keeping us real close, making sure you have clock and score and all that kind of stuff. And it's just something we have to do manually when we come to Page, but not for long, because the Sand Devils are going to have a whole new scoreboard and scoring system, very modern, unlike the current one. And we'll be able to do our normal interface like we always do when we come back here to Page. And it's not going to happen today, and it's not going to happen next Monday when we'll come back again. Pinion at Page next Monday, and we'll have that broadcast here at the Devil's Den. We won't be, so we're going to need Kevin or somebody to operate the scoreboard for us then. But after that, the next time we return to Page, there'll be a brand new scoreboard here, some of the upgrades that they're doing, and I think you're gonna love it. And we look forward to bringing it. Snowflake gets whistled for a foul. Gian Jones, his first foul of the game. And our score remains 9-8. And just about 90 seconds into the second quarter, still waiting for the Sand Devils to get some offense opened up. They haven't scored yet in the quarter. Here's a pull-up left side for three, and Stingley misses that one. Rebound, Snowflake. Smith with the left-handed dribble. He tried to put it up high, couldn't get it. It's batted out, and this is going to be Page ball for a moment. They're going to travel on that, drag that pivot foot. Jackson Smith couldn't slow himself down. He couldn't hit the brakes hard enough, and it'll go back the other direction. There it is. Yeah, you kind of saw it right there, the little toot-toot-toot. Tried to hit the brakes, but he must have drum brakes instead of the nice modern disc brakes that we all enjoy. I like slotted and drilled rotors. How about you? Hey, look at that nice little turnaround, short range. Gian Jones jump shot, and Gian showing his value to the team early on as he gives them the lead, and Gian has 7 of Snowflake's first 10 points in the game. The Lobos move in front. Talon Herter drives the lane and missed the shot. Knocked out of bounds. Talon was the last guy to get a hand on it. And look who, now he's going to leave the floor, but for a moment anyway on the floor for Snowflake. We always like to see Cody Flake, big Cody Flake. And like a big guy, you got to own your own. You got to own your swag, your own thing, your vibe, whatever. I love the sweatband, the headband. A big guy is going to sweat a lot, isn't he? I mean, if you're a big guy like that, like an offensive line, like a D1 offensive line type like he is, and you've got, you're carrying around 280, 300 bills, you're just going to sweat. You wake up in the morning sweating. You breathing is hard for a guy like he's going to break a sweat just breathing. And so you got to have a headband. And you got to drink a lot of water. He's drinking a lot of water right now. He was at the water cooler for the last, 2 minutes of clock. And, make sure that guy gets his electrolytes because, he's going to be losing them out here. Swinging around with 5 minutes on the clock. Underneath, the backdoor cut by Merrick Ulberg. It was a great set play that Snowflake had run, but they going to throw it off of Ulberg's hands out of bounds. And it will belong now back to the Page Sand Devils. Well, I want to thank our sponsoring partners that help us bring you our coverage here of Northland basketball. They include our good friends at Holbrook Family Dentistry. Look for their messages here and their ads here on our broadcast. And certainly go in and have a consult with them as you watch Tyree Stingley battle but lose it. And winning that battle is Snowflake's Brock Irvin. Up the floor, the nice fingertip roll, the snow cone delivery. Looking good out there, and it is the first points of the game now for Asher Brewer. Brewer last year, I believe, was the leading scorer on the team, and this year as he comes out, he's actually got more guys around him that can contribute, so we haven't seen Asher really bust out yet in the games we've watched, but him and his team are going to get a chance to stretch their three-point lead after that Ulberg rebound just now. Nice move inside by Landon Clare, but Claire's having a hard time finding the bottom of that net. So that one's going to rim off, bounce off, and Tyree Stingley brings it up into front court for the Sand Devils. Joey Benali on the right angle, and he is going to test Gian Jones and then deliver a pass that is blocked. The shot's blocked anyway by Jackson. Jackson Smith couldn't finish. Kind of went up a little slow, and there was no way to get past the brick wall that he ran into. Meanwhile, a whistle and a Snowflake foul, and the guy that gets called this time is Brock Irvin. Irvin's got his first foul of the game. And back into the game is Aiden Kaur for Snowflake. 3.5 on the clock here. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Intent halftime report comes up at the break. And I want to mention as well, as you watch Reed go to work. So those two guys are brothers, Noah Reed and Max Reed. Max is number 4, just had the ball. Noah, number 11. They are brothers, and got that confirmation as you get this. Here's the ball that gets launched, and now somebody's Band-Aid. I think that's Tyree Stingley's Band-Aid. Just flew off his hand on the shot. That's out there on the floor somewhere. And not that it's much of an impedance. We're going to get a whistle on Max Reed. Max Reed commits his first foul of the game for the Sand Devils. And then a timeout is taken. We're going to grab that timeout, everybody, so stand by. Don't go anywhere. With 3 minutes left till halftime, it's Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Back to the action. You saw it on your little screen there that Asher Brewer has delivered a bucket for the Snowflake Lobos. They go in front by 3 now, 14-11, and back to 1. Nice move inside. Tyree Stingley showing his inside-outside game. The last bucket he made was a 3, this one a 2 in there. And underneath the basket, Landon Clare found himself open and did a good job to deliver his first points of the game. For the Lobos, their lead is 16-11. I'm missing some points somewhere, and I'm going to get that straightened out here in just a little bit. Snowflake miss, Tyree Stingley 3, and he's going to end up on his backside after a little contact, incidental to the play, and Snowflake will run with the rebound. Up the floor it goes. Merrick Ulberg stops, and he's going to miss the one-hander, but get it back and spin it with a reverse layup, knock it in there for the Lobos. Ulberg checks in with his first points of the game. Snowflake, man, I tell you, they've already gotten 6 different guys in the scoring column, spreading the wealth around out there. The Sand Devils have only, I believe, 2 different players. I'm missing a bucket, and I believe it belonged to somebody other than Tyree Stingley, who has 11 points in the game. I'm going to figure out who that other bucket belongs to for the Sand Devils here in a moment, as you get a whistle and a hard foul committed by Merrick Ulberg, trying to block the shot of Tyree. So Tyree headed to the foul line. Ulberg's got 2 fouls now, if that's him. And that, indeed, it was Ulberg. Jackson, right here. Okay, so Jackson Smith is the guy that got that other bucket that I did not register, and we're back to. We got it all squared up here in the bookkeeping. 18-13. Snowflake in front of the Page Sand Devils, but the Sand Devils going to get one back right there. Boy, Tyree Stingley He is special, isn't he? 12 points already in the game. He's got 12 of the Sand Devils' 14 points, and it's not that they don't have other guys that can score. It's not like they don't have other talented players, but Stingley is a specimen of a basketball player. We need to ask him where he's going next year, what he's going to do when he eventually graduates. Pass inside, Aiden Kaur, and he traveled. And probably a good idea because he was about to get his shot rejected by Stingley. And so he avoids that one going in as a permanent highlight because, technically it doesn't count. 54 seconds left in the half. Hey, we want to thank a brand new sponsor joining us here in 2024 and 25 this season, and that is Sholo Ford. Big thank you to Sholo Ford as they step up and join us here with our coverage of Northland basketball. You're going to get to hear from them all season long. We don't have our ads from them to play for you on the broadcast just yet, but we're going to give you their name a lot. So I want to thank Guy Hatch and the good people at Sholo Ford for joining us here with our coverage of Northland basketball. It goes inside, and Asher Brewer's shot should have gone in, just wouldn't do it. It rolled out, and Landon Clare is going to tip a pass. Gian Jones picks it up, and Aiden Kaur has to track down a pass on the left side. A three up and good for Brock Irvin. Snowflake getting that connection. Irvin's got his first points of the game. Boy, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different Snowflake Lobos have contributed to the scoring. And just before the buzzer, Stingley's shot was forced and predictably off the mark. When you force it like that, the shot no good. We get to the end of this first half. The half went fast, and the half was good. And if you're a Snowflake Lobos fan, you're going to celebrate a 6-point lead here going into the locker room as they go out to break things down. It's there was a Native American recognition night, something to that effect going on out here tonight in Page. And so they're going to be having, I think, some extended halftimes. I know in particular in the girls' game, but there are some performers now coming out, and so it will be an extended halftime here at Page High School for this one tonight. As you see some drummers coming out and some dancers, and we'll have some halftime activities coming up in a little bit, so it'll be a little bit longer than normal halftime. Meanwhile, we'll break it down in just a bit on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Stand by, everybody. It's 21-15. The lead for the Snowflake Lobos. This is Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Around the holidays, it's nice to hear a little jingle. You probably know the Mountain Mobile Autoglass jingle, and this holiday season, that jingle means holiday cash. Now through Christmas, we're giving away $500 cash each week and $1,000 right before Christmas.
This is the best Christmas ever!
With your insured windshield, you can choose 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters. Or choose a $100 gift certificate for window tint. That's a great idea for a present. And everyone's name goes in the hat for weekly winners of $500 cash and again in the hat for the $1,000 Christmas drawing.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Call Mountain Mobile Autoglass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Autoglass cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Halftime here in Page, Arizona, everybody. Floyd Simmons on the play-by-play call of this broadcast of Northland basketball, brought to you by Choice Broadband. And now the Mountain Mobile Autoglass halftime report. Snowflake in front of Page, 21-15. The Lobos led in scoring in this one so far by Gian Jones. He hit a 3, and he's scored 7 total for Snowflake in the game. The Lobos have a pair of threes. The other one belongs to Brock Irvin, who's got 3 points in the game. Asher Brewer has 4 points in the game for Snowflake as they get out to a 6-point halftime lead. On the other side, the Sand Devils really need to get some more involvement from the rest of the team. Tyree Stingley has scored 13 of their 15 points. The other 2 belong to Jackson Smith, and that's just not going to get it done. They got to get more guys involved. We'll grab another timeout and continue our halftime breakdown in a moment, everybody. This is Northland Basketball presented by Choice Broadband. Stand by.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a 2-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first-half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Hey, bringing you back in, everybody. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Halftime report here. Again, the score, Snowflake 21, Page 15. Let's run the rest of the scoring for Snowflake. I said that Gian Jones leads the scoring with 7 points. Asher Brewer has 4 in the game for the Lobos. Brock Irvin with 3 points. And then everybody else with 2 or 1. Christian Smith has 2 points. Landon Clare with 2 points. Merrick Goldberg has 2 points for the team. And 1 single point in the game for Aiden Kerr. On the other side, Tyree Stingley with 13. And Jackson Smith has 2. Folks, we're going to wrap a timeout. One last timeout. Stay with us for the start of the second half right after this as we wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Stand by.
Around the holidays, it's nice to hear a little jingle. You probably know the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass jingle, and this holiday season, that jingle means holiday cash. Now through Christmas, we're giving away $500 cash each week and $1,000 right before Christmas.
This is the best Christmas ever!
With your insured windshield, you can choose 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters, or choose a $100 gift certificate for window tint. That's a great idea for a present. And everyone's name goes in the hat for weekly winners of $500 cash, and again in the hat for the $1,000 Christmas drawing.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back. Woohoo!
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook, or call 928-524-6854.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Welcome back in, everybody. Northland basketball with the second half underway of this matchup between the Page Sand Devils and the Snowflake Lobos. Our broadcast coverage presented by Choice Broadband, along with Holbrook Family Dentistry. And a big thank you as well to Sholo Ford joining us here in the new year. Sholo Ford, a presenting partner of ours here with Northland basketball. There's a Snowflake whistle, and Brock Irvin has 2 personal fouls in the game now as he gets whistled for that one. Inbound, and the Sand Devils get going again here with 7 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. They're going to find Tyree Stingley inside, and Tyree continues to dominate the scoring column for the Sand Devils. 15 of their 17 points. But Tyree, Talon Herder trying to defend Asher Brewer down low. Brock Irvin, the baby hook on the right baseline is no good, and it's Stingley the rebound for the Sand Devils. He'll get the ball way out on top. Irvin out covering him. Stingley dribbles to the left angle now. Inside to Herder. In the paint he goes, and he's going to force one up there. And he was able to draw a foul. 2 shots on the way for Talon Herder. And it's Merrick Ulberg picking up the foul, and all of a sudden Merrick is now in a bit of foul trouble. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Right, they got a little body on Talon there. You see it on the replay. By the way, listening on radio across the White Mountains, those of you listening, thank you for joining us on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. Talon Herder gets his first point of the game for the Sand Devils. Coming up after this, in our primetime matchup, the 7 o'clock tip-off tonight is the girls' game here. The Pays Sand Devils against the Snowflake Lady Lobos. And something to keep in mind about that, Sand Devils are missing 5 of their top 7 girls in their rotation. They suffered in the span of about 2 minutes on the clock this past weekend at their own tournament. They suffered. 3 ladies all went out with concussions, or concussion protocol anyway. And they lost them plus 2 other players during the weekend tournament. And so the Sand Devils, the Lady Sand Devils, they are in a lot of trouble right now, playing with a lot of youngsters, doing what they can to keep the ship floating right now. And that should make it a really interesting game tonight. Page and Snowflake. Do the Sand Devils have what it takes with a limited lineup? And they don't expect those ladies back for at least a little while longer. So it's going to be a challenge tonight for the Lady Sand Devils. That'll be our 7 o'clock game here tonight from the Devil's Den. Here comes the inbound. And Joey Benali finds Max Reed, who gets it to Jackson Smith. And they'll work it inside to Talon Herder. And he is going to push his way to a shot that got blocked. And then he fed Benali in the corner, who missed that 3. Snowflake racing up the floor with the rebound, and they'll lose it out of bounds. It will go back to the Sand Devils with 5:06 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Welcome to Northland Basketball. Choice Broadband presents our coverage. We've got other sponsors that help us get it all done, including Sholo Ford. Thank you to Sholo Ford. Brand new with us in 24-25. There's the 3. The shot is good for Stingley. Tyree, he can do it inside, he can do it outside, and it feels like he's doing it all himself at times, doesn't it? Well, you watch Landon Clare, who's starting to get involved in Snowflake's scoring in this one. He's got the first 2 field goals of the second half. Now for Snowflake. From the corner, left side, another Tyree Stingley 3-point basket. Well, I'll say this. Tyree is a definite next-level player. He's going to play either basketball or football somewhere, and I don't know which it is. I really want to find out. We haven't talked to Tyree about his plans in a long time. So we're going to ask him about that here coming up, maybe between games, and we'll have some more information during the girls' game coming up later. Don't want to ask him that question in the middle of this action, if you know what I mean. So you watch Landon Clare, who's been getting busy and missed that shot, but it's going to tip out to Gian Jones. And now Brock Irvin for Snowflake. He'll attack, but his dribble is knocked out by Max Reed, and the Sand Devils will take it back. Here comes Tyree Stingley. But I'm saying about Tyree, he's either a football or a basketball player at the next level, at some level. And I think he can play a fairly high level of either sport. If he's going to play basketball, though, even though he's tall for a 3'8" level player at 6'5"-ish, he might be a small forward, swingman type guy. I know everybody plays everything in college basketball now, but he's definitely going to be a guy who has to be on the perimeter. He's going to have to shoot the long ball. He's going to have to handle the ball a lot, that kind of thing. And so you see him doing that a lot now here at this level. And I just think that's it's smart for him to do because, you could turn a guy like that. Teams will turn a guy like that into a pure post player, expect him to be down around the basket all the time. And that's not going to serve his future very well. He needs all these reps playing the entire floor, and that's what he does. And in fact, right now, he's the guy deepest back for the Sand Devils. As you see Benali miss the second free throw. Sand Devils are in front, 26-25. And a shot up from the corner left side. Aiden Core missing, and Cody Flake the rebound, and he misses that shot. Asher Brewer has it knocked out of his hands by Stingley. He'll take that one back for the Sand Devils. 3 minutes, or just above 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Stingley pull up three, left side. He might have rushed that shot just a little bit, and Cody Flake has Snowflake's rebound. We'll grab a timeout right here, everybody. Snowflake wants a timeout, trailing by one here in the third quarter. It's Northland basketball, presented by Choice Broadband.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. On this broadcast of Northland basketball, it's presented by Choice Broadband. There's head coach Justin Smith, leader of this Page Sand Devils team. He was a multi-state champion head coach of the girls basketball program here in Page, and then he took over the boys program and eventually led them to their first ever state championship, and so far their only championship. Sand Devils, well, they blocked Cody Flake's shot. Cody gets it again, and then he blocked his own shot. Well, he's a football player, man. And a sweaty one at that. He is a stud, I'm telling you. Well, after multiple chances there, Justin Rivers, who has checked into the game for the Sand Devils here. Now, Justin, he initially blocked one of Cody's efforts, and then at the end of it, he fouls him, and Cody will go to the line. That one is going to be a bit off the mark. Look at that big body right there at the line. That's a Division I college football player. He's got multiple college offers. And, I don't think he's made a decision yet. But at some point, he'll make that choice, make that decision, where he's going to go, where he's going to play. And good luck to him. He was a phenomenal member of that offensive line for the Snowflake Lobos that fell short of a state championship appearance. They lost in the semifinals to Arizona College Prep a couple of weeks ago. Sand Devils going to work. In the paint it goes. Joey Benali, and that shot's going to be no good, but he got contact in there, and Benali's on his way to the foul line. Step in and stop ball. For Snowflake, it was Gian Jones trying to defend Benali, and Joey goes to the line. He's got a single point in the game so far for the Sand Devils. We'll see if he can add to that right here. Not able at the moment. It was a little something behind the play right there. And that's all it takes is a little something. That shot is good. How many people out there excited about the Arizona State Sun Devils? You watch this pass picked off. And, boy, Justin Rivers did a great job to take it, but he was feeling the defender behind him, and that kind of made him put a little too much on the shot right there, didn't he? But here's a takeaway. Landon Clare loses the dribble to Joey Benali, and Benali is smacked pretty good. Gian Jones, I think he thought, well, the last time I fouled a guy, I didn't really get too much of him. I'm going to make this one. Everybody in the house is going to feel this one. And he certainly delivered a very physical foul right there on Joey. Joey is going to head to the foul line here for a third time here in the third quarter. He is 2 out of 4 from the line. This one is good for Benali. The Sand Devils in front by 2 here, 28-26, with a minute 51 remaining in the third quarter. And of the 28 points that the Sand Devils have manufactured, Tyree Stingley accounts for 21 of those points and 3 3-point baskets as well. He also has, I'm sure, a team high total of rebounds. He's got a couple of steals in the game, at least a couple. Both of those free throws go in for Benally. And up the floor it goes. Landon Clare deep on the right angle. Now Christian Smith for Snowflake dribbles at the top. Aiden Kaur works off of a screen, gives it to Asher Brewer, who rushed a shot in the paint and might have twisted his ankle in the process. He's going to hobble his way back on defense, and he's looking better as he runs back down. And another three for Tyree Stingley. Tyree getting work done out there for his team. Snowflake tried to get a three back, but that one is short of the mark for Aiden Kaur. Saved by Snowflake for the offensive rebound. And Clare is going to lose control. We're going to get a whistle. That'll be a foul on the defense. We're going to grab a timeout, everybody. Oh, they're going to call offensive foul. We'll be back in a moment. Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
And we beg your pardon on having to take that timeout right when we did, but we had to. And we're on track now, right? Okay, we're back on track. Basketball can be a finicky sport when you try to get some words in for our sponsoring partners. And we had to take one right there. Meanwhile, it was Landon Clare before the timeout committing an offensive foul for Snowflake. Then on the other end, Brock Irvin committed a foul. You saw that. That sent Joey Benally to the free throw line, where he made his fourth free throw in a row before missing one. And now up the floor for the Sand Devils. Boy, Page has missed so many shots right around the basket. That is uncharacteristic for the Sand Devils. Missed those shots, but they've missed a bunch of them. Meanwhile, Snowflake will not miss this time inside. Asher Brewer has 6 points in the game for the Lobos on that make. And our score is 33-28. Page in front, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And Tyree Stingley's going to dribble down the clock, and he'll step inside. And a jump ball is called. Interesting on the jump ball called. Well, watch Asher Brewer get hand on the ball right here. Oh, no, actually, it's not Asher. It's Aiden Kaur. Good job by Aiden, and he had the ball just long enough. He had the hand on the ball just long enough. The official spotted that. I didn't see it. I had almost the same angle as the official. It was a really good call. As this one goes up from the corner and just off the mark for Snowflake. Christian Smith couldn't make it, but it's right there. Time runs out, and the fourth quarter is on the way. Page 33, Snowflake 28. Stand by for it. Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Let's get back for the fourth quarter here from Page High School. It's Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband. Floyd Simmons right here. And working our scoreboard next to it is a young man named Kevin Anderson. Kevin, two of the most common names you could ask for, the most vanilla names out there. But I got to ask Kevin if this question, do you get upset when somebody says, "Oh, don't be a Kevin. You're such a Kevin." It doesn't bother you? Kevin doesn't get bothered. Oh, he's being a Karen or he's being a Kevin. It doesn't bother him one bit. He just blow it right off. Here comes Joey Benali, and I think he might have had a shot blocked by Asher Brewer. And Gian Jones with the loose ball. He waited too long for the pass, and it was deflected, and the Sand Devils have it back. The fourth quarter is underway. Page in front by 5, 33-28. And Max Reed is going to go baseline, but there's going to be a player control foul. The guy that committed the foul is Talon Herder with the foul, just his first of the game. Not a ton of whistles on the Sand Devils. I think they may have only in the entire game committed 4 fouls. In the entire game, 4 individual fouls, different individuals on the Page roster. They have nobody in foul trouble. Meanwhile, Snowflake has 4 guys with 3 fouls each. And we're going to get another whistle right here and a jump ball. Somebody's going to get that ball. Gian Jones, Landon Clare, Brock Irvin, and Merrick Ulberg for Snowflake each have 3 personal fouls. And we're going to get somebody fresh into the game. Angelo Martinez looking to throw it in. Looking. He's got it into Ulberg. Merrick on the baseline. And his pass, don't know how Talon Herder didn't take that away. And here's a bounce pass that is finally knocked away by Joey Benali. Sand Devils back in control. See if they can add. And I believe this 5-point lead is as big as it's been for them in the entire game. So anything more than this should represent the largest lead they've had. Boy, that thing, I don't know how Page kept that alive right there. Joey Benali's 3 wouldn't go. And Christian Smith cleans it up on a rebound for the Lobos. Here they go. Pull up left-hander for Smith is no good. Talon Herder battling with his own guy. I thought that was going to be a travel right there, but the officials call it clean. And the Sand Devils set up some offense. Stingley set to return to the floor for the Sand Devils, and Brock Irvin will return for Snowflake on the next whistle. Joey Benali. And that's a jump ball. And good job by Martinez. Angelo Martinez getting in there. Getting some hands all over the ball. Irvin comes into the game and replaces Asher Brewer. Stingley returns to the lineup for the Sand Devils, replacing Justin Rivers. Stingley joins Jackson Smith, Joey Benali, Max Reed, and Talon Herder, who's got the inbound pass. And he is going to pull up the dribble in the corner and hand it off. And a great job defensively by Christian Smith to block the shot. Gian Jones goes baseline for Snowflake, but he'll skip a pass out of bounds, trying to find somebody coming up that left wing. But that somebody wasn't there, and it does go out of bounds. The Lobos give it right back. And we're under now 6 minutes remaining in regulation of this one. There's an Arizona Cardinals fan right there. Well, I don't know about the young lady, but the big fella right there. Smith, left side to Reed for 3, and that shot bangs home from Max Reed. Took him a while, but Max has his first points of the game. The Sand Devils. And a turnover here. Well, that guy right there is a used-to-be Monument Valley Mustang. Roberto Flores with the glasses, helping coach this Page Sand Devils team, working with Coach Justin Smith and that staff. And he is a legend. He's one of our Northland basketball legends. Bert, in tandem with L. Brandon Bijo. Oh my goodness, there's a pass that Snowflake keeps alive right off Asher Brewer's dome. Inside to Brewer, missed it, got it back, put it in. Way to stay with it, Asher. He had to do something after taking a pass off the noggin right there. Snowflake was able to keep it alive, and and get some points out of it. But how about that answer? Another 3 in the game for Tyree. He's got 5 threes made, and Merrick Goldberg will travel with this one. Lost his footing. Might be a little bit slick out there on the floor in that spot. And it's going to be even more slick because, Merrick's going to leave a little bit of perspiration on the hardwood right there. But one more thing back on that assistant coach, Roberto Flores. And not that the rest of that team didn't contribute, because they did, but between Roberto and Brandon Bijo, that's as good a 1-2 combination of guard play that we've ever seen in our coverage for over a decade of Northland basketball. 2 legends of Northland basketball. We'll get a foul here on Snowflake's Asher Brewer. And that's his 3rd foul of the game. Well, Asher leaned a little bit in on that. And, Coach Claire for Snowflake is arguing right now. He says, my guy went straight up. He walled up. That's what you're supposed to do. You go straight up. And that's the argument he's levying out there. But and by the way, a 3-point play on the basket and the made free throw. But you could see on the replay, there was just a little bit of a lean in right there. Now let's take a look at this one. And a blocking foul as you look at the bowling ball come into the pins and knock them all down. Hey, he picked up the spare, didn't he? And they're going to call that whistle that foul on Tyree Stingley, his only foul so far in the game. And yet another whistle. Technical foul. Okay, flopping foul. He said, I thought I heard him say, flopping foul, not on Stingley, not on 33, but on 30. Second foul of the game on Herder, as this one is no good. Creighton Court. Let's watch that again. It was called a flopping foul. Okay, so something new, I guess, for you. Oh, yeah, the acting job right there. It's a technical foul if you do that, we find out. You can't do that. You might have missed the made free throw right there. Aiden Coeur missed the first one, but then he made the second one for the Lobos. So our score is 42 to 33, and I guess I'm short a basket. So it's not a foul on Herder, I guess. He doesn't get a personal foul. It's a team technical foul for the flop. You can't flop in this game. This isn't soccer, don't you know? Not allowed to flop. And that ball taken away. Max Reed to Jackson Smith. Swing it right side. And there's your pull-up 3 on the way. And good. Nice release by Tyree and his team out in front by 12. What a run for the Sand Devils. And that guy right there getting most of it done. He's got 30 points in the game. We got a timeout. Northland basketball is presented by Choice Broadband.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
The inbound for Snowflake from their timeout and a bounce pass. That's dangerous, but Olberg controls for Snowflake. Turnaround on the baseline, and the fadeaway is no good for Olberg, and it slapped out of bounds off of Snowflake. And the fourth quarter marches on. We got 3.5 minutes remaining in regulation of this one. The girls' game follows, scheduled to tip off at 7, and it might be shortly delayed. And Stingley is going to block Aiden Kaur's shot, but he got it back. Kaur dishes right side to Irvin for a 3 in the corner. And Snowflake not having a Snowflake-like game in this one tonight. Shots aren't falling at the moment. And they haven't really had the rhythm, the floor chemistry that we have seen them previously have this season. Also, they're still not that far removed from most of these guys playing football, so they haven't had a lot of time to work together on the court, and I just think they need more time, and it's just showing right now as the Sand Devils are getting it done. We're going to get an offensive foul. Talon Herter, yeah, he lowered that shoulder, led with the forearm kind of deal. He knocked Asher Brewer down pretty good right here. Here we go, and boom! Yeah, big fella. Big fella's going to look back at the replay on that one, and he's gonna know he initiated that contact. So good call by the official. Here's a 3 on the way for Brewer, and it's no good. Rebounded by Tyree Stingley and tied up by Brock Irvin. Yeah, again, take a look at it. Brock's gonna hold on, and Tyree very strong. Watch him. Look at that. He whips him all the way around, and that is a jump ball. Into the game for Snowflake comes Gian Jones back to their lineup. And an inbound to Brock Irvin. He did a good job to get himself some position inside, and the inbound play does work. Points on the board for Snowflake. And then a timeout taken, so we'll take one as well. Stand by, everybody. 2.5 remaining in regulation and a 10-point Page lead. This is Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
Around the holidays, it's nice to hear a little jingle. You probably know the Mountain Mobile Autoglass jingle, and this holiday season, that jingle means holiday cash. Now through Christmas, we're giving away $500 cash each week and $1,000 right before Christmas.
This is the best Christmas ever!
With your insured windshield, you can choose 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters, or choose a $100 gift certificate for window tint. That's a great idea for a present. And everyone's name goes in the hat for weekly winners of $500 cash, and again in the hat for the $1,000 Christmas drawing.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Call Mountain Mobile Autoglass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Autoglass Cashback. Woohoo!
Snowflake's Gian Jones just whistled for his 4th foul of the game. Inbound to Jackson Smith, and he is fouled on his shot attempt. Brock Irvin, 4 fouls in the game now. Coach Claire very frustrated, and I'll say that he's got a strong case for frustration based on the disparity in the calls. Now, whether or not it's all, let's see right here. I mean, listen, that's a foul. You know, you could question whether or not is Page been guilty of their own. That's for sure. You can ask those questions. That's in the spirit of the rules. That is a foul. But the foul counts in the game. Snowflake has been whistled. It looks like at least 3-1 more whistles, more fouls on Snowflake over the entirety of the game. In fact, it's right at 3-1. I think the total whistles I have in my book, Snowflake has been called 17 times, and the Sand Devils been whistled 6 times over the course of the entire game. So that is a question, and it's possible that can happen, though you don't generally see that happen. And all of a sudden here now, I think that Brock Irvin is fouled out of the game.
What's going on? He ran through a screen.
Hold on a second. The officials are having a little conference. .46-35 is our score. Sports fans. Okay, so they settle on a push foul. I didn't see it. Can I look at it again one more time? You mind? I'm going to look at this replay right here. Okay, so Brock Irvin runs into Max Reed right there. And that's his 5th foul, and he is now fouled out of the game.
That's his 5th and final foul. 14 foul.
Joe Clare, the head coach, is intensely frustrated right now. Not entirely sure that he is buying whatever the explanation is right there. Merrick Goldberg returning to Snowflake for their lineup. Merrick has at least 3 fouls, and I think the number is 3 fouls on him in the game. And the Sand Devils are going to throw the ball in here with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in regulation. Snowflake's got to make a run here pretty quick. Aiden Kaur defensively on Joey Benali. Now to Tyree Stingley. And Tyree gets trapped on the sideline and throws it out of bounds, but off of Gian Jones. So an alert play right there. Well, if it stands like this, I'm not sure there's any question about who the Sports Zone's player of the game is. That'll be brought to you in our postgame by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. I think it might be that guy right there who's been sitting on 30 points for the game. You know, a lot of guys out there that we get to cover, a lot of guys, a lot of gals, you know, you can count on them for 20 or, you know, anywhere in that 15 to 20 point range. And it's like, you know, they're going to give it to you. You know it's going to be there. You can count on it. Tyree Stingley is, you're expecting 30 from Tyree when you go watch him play. You just kind of put that on your little things to do when you get to the ball game is to tally up his points and equal at least 30 in the game. Max Reed missing both those foul shots. And then I don't know what happened on the inbound. Something with the shot clock, I guess. Snowflake's got to get points on this possession and in a hurry. They can't spend a lot of time, then throw it right out of bounds. And the Lobos are just out of sorts right now. We haven't seen it from, they're not happy, not playing happy, not good things going on to make them happy. And they're just it's early season struggles with a group of guys that haven't had a lot of time to play together. This is only their 3rd actual game. And they come into the game with a 1-1 record. Stingley, the inbound. Snowflake will contest the ball in backcourt. Man-to-man full court press. And Joey Benali will step back and try a 3 that's no good. Tipped around and it's controlled by Martinez. Angelo Martinez walks it up the left side for Snowflake. Claire now. Got to shoot. Got to be shooting. Really just no time to spare. You got to work to a shot and get a shot away quickly, but Snowflake could not find an opening that they were comfortable with in that short little possession, and then they knocked it out of bounds. And I think the Sand Devils want a timeout. Do we need one? If we don't, we'll stay here. We need a timeout? We'll take a timeout, everybody. A minute 20 remaining in regulation and an 11-point Sand Devil lead. Northland basketball presented by Choice Broadband.
comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
So we're back, everybody. Thanks for being with us here on our broadcast of Northland basketball. As you watch Tyree go in and add to his game-high total, he's got 32 points in the game now for the Sand Devils. And, Joey Benali is going to come up lame. I don't know what happened, if he had a collision or if he twisted something, but he's writhing in pain on the floor. And a critical part of the Sand Devil rotation, a starter on the team and a great ball handler. He hadn't scored a lot in this one today. Leaves the game with 5 points, all of that from free throws. But a guy that they count on, and he is a compliment to Tyree Stingley that they need to have. And let's just hope that whatever's going on right there, that's just going to be a small issue for him. He leaves the floor, and Sand Devils keep going again. We're going to get a dead ball here somewhere, in these final 33 seconds. You know what's going to happen. And when we do, we're going to take a look at that foul that Brock Irvin fouled him out of the game a while ago, and there's a jump ball, so there's dead ball. So jump ball, it'll be Page Sand Devil basketball, 12 seconds on the shot clock. We're going to look for that. That replay and show it to you again, because one of the officials. Well, maybe we're not, because here's the inbound for the Sand Devils. We wanted to show you that. You remembered, I'm sure you saw that a while ago when Irvin ran into the screen and he was fouled out of the game on that. Here's that play again. Now watch this. You can see right there. Irvin turned around and there was a screen and he ran over Max Reed, and that was his 5th foul. He got knocked out of the game. Well, one of the officials, and let me see if I can remember. Hey, Derek, what is that official's name? Yeah, say it again. Joshua Gregg, yeah, he's one of the officials out there. And he came over, by the way. That was a three-point basket just now for Christian Smith. His time expires. But I just want to say, Joshua came over. He was very courteous to come in and give an explanation during one of the timeouts and said, hey, the reason we had a conference out there is they were trying to discuss whether or not that was an intentional foul and if they needed to upgrade the foul with that intentional foul designation. And so I really wanted to say I appreciate him. Thank you to the official for the explanation to us and a courtesy to us and to you, the viewer out there. We're going to stay right here as our postgame begins. And we're going to interview our Sports Zone player of the game. Is there any question? It's the 32-point man. Tyree Stingley is the Sports Zone's player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We're going to talk to him, and then we'll see if Coach Justin Smith has a moment to talk to us as well for the Page Sand Devils. Congratulations to the Sand Devils as they register a 48-38 victory here in this one tonight. Well, let me put that right about here. And Tyree, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Let's roll our post game, everybody. Hey, welcome into Page High School tonight, everybody, for the boys varsity showdown between the Sand Devils and the Snowflake Lobos. Page ends up with a 56-40 victory over Snowflake tonight. And we want to get our post game going here and look at some highlights as well in a moment. But first, talk to our Sports Zone player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And the guy standing before you scored 32 of the Sand Devils' 56 points tonight in the game, and he's our player of the game, Tyree Stingley. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done out there, man. You came out. You were on fire. It took you a while to shoot out of a little early game slump from outside, shooting threes, and then you started hitting them left and right out there. Let's talk about your game as a whole. But first, ask me about getting a win over Snowflake. That Snowflake team is really good, and I don't think they played their best game tonight.
No.
But they're outstanding. What does it mean for you guys early in the season to get a win like that one over Snowflake?
It feels pretty great. I think that win brought our confidence up because last week we had a tournament, we lost by like 40. I kind of like brought our confidence down. And then a couple of days before that, we played Kanab. We were down 18, and then we caught up with like 3 minutes left, and we were lost by like 10 points, 5 points. So I feel like this one really brought like our confidence up as a team.
You needed this one, didn't you? Okay. Early in the game, first half of the game, you were pretty much everything. You did most of the scoring. You were just kind of most of everything out there on the floor. In the second half, the rest of the guys started contributing. What did Coach Smith say at halftime to you guys?
He just said trust him, and I don't know. I just forgot.
Was there a lot said?
Yeah.
There was a lot said.
Yeah.
All right, but you came out and you guys got it done. The rest of the team then started making those contributions. Joey Benali, Max Reed. Talon Herder had a really good second half, I think. Tell me about the rest of the guys on your team.
I feel like Noah, I think he really helped us with the rebounding and all that offensive rebound. Jackson, he helped us too because, with the rebounding, we need that. Talon, we need him because we need to look inside and out first. Because we need to look for our post players, and then if the post is not there, he'll kick it out, and then we'll hit the three. And the Max is he's a shooter. If you give him the ball, he just jacks it up and makes it.
I got to ask you what you're going to do, man. When you graduate, what's the next step for you?
I'll probably go NAU.
NAU to do what? Are you going to be a student, or?
I'll probably play sports.
What do you think?
Either football or basketball.
Football or basketball?
Yeah.
Can you play basketball at NAU? That's a high level.
Yeah.
Can you do it? Because I think there's no question you can play football at NAU.
Yeah.
All right. What would you play on the football field? What position?
Probably DN.
Defensive end. Yeah. You're going to have to put on about 40 pounds, but, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Basketball. How tall are you right now?
6'2".
6'2"?
Yeah.
You think you're shorting yourself a little bit right there, man. You're a little bit bigger than that.
Probably like
what do you find? What do you think you're playing? When you play basketball,
probably
the shooting guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same. Hey, listen, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Enjoy it with your team, okay?
Thank you.
All right, there's our Sports Zone player of the game right there. His name is Tyree Stingley, and he helps to lead his team to victory. 56-40, the final. Page takes down Snowflake in this broadcast of Northland basketball. It's presented by Choice Broadband, and our player of the game is brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. I think we might be talking to Coach Smith here in just a second, but while we're waiting to see if he shows up, I want to show you this, you sports fans out there. Take a look at this beautiful T-shirt that was gifted to me a while ago by Lelora Yazzie and McKendrick Yazzie. You might know him, brother. And Lelora and Lakara are featured on the back of this T-shirt, and I am the proud owner of this great T-shirt, and I might even be wearing it here in a little bit just to show off how, and it's an awesome T-shirt, high quality. I love it, and I want to say thank you to them right now. I'll do it again later on. Let's talk to the head coach now with the Page Sand Devils as they beat Snowflake 56-40 tonight on our broadcast of Northland basketball, brought to you by Choice Broadband. Coach Justin Smith engineered this win with his team tonight here at home. Congratulations, Coach. Way to go.
Thanks.
Let's see, that Snowflake team that's a legit team out there. They're tough. They're strong. They need a little more time to get into their game, but you guys helped keep them from getting any real chemistry here tonight. I thought you guys were really good about, meeting the challenge. Now, what were your thoughts on the win?
You want me to nitpick?
I want you to be honest, Coach.
Yesterday, we didn't have long to prepare. But yesterday and then before the game, we talked about transition D and rebounding and how did they get half their points, transition offense and rebounding. That's just typical Snowflake. Doesn't matter if it was Coach Wood or the new coach. I don't know. I'll take it. I bet we have 6-7 kids sick right now. 4 of them started. One of them scored 32. So gutting it out and playing through a little adversity is something that we didn't do last year or the year before.
Yeah.
So the growth in the boys is pretty phenomenal.
Well, when you got a guy like Tyree Stingley, it's going to go a long way toward your success, and he delivered tonight, I felt, in a lot of ways. He did everything. Led your team in scoring. You mentioned the 32 points. I'm sure he led you in rebounds as well, and he was defensively, his hands in the passing lanes. He broke some passes up, got some steals. Kind of fun to have a guy like that. Tell me about the compliments around him. Talon Herder on the inside for you. Obviously critical to your success. Joey Benali on the outside. I hope he's okay. Got dinged up at the end of the game. Hope he's fine.
Yeah, it's an ankle, nagging ankle.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But you got some other guys around him that have to deliver for you this season, don't you?
Yeah, we got some guys still kind of slow to the go right now. Max is going to be big for us once he starts getting his shot. I mean, he hit a big one tonight. Put us up 11, I believe. No, actually put us up 8. I think we were up 5, and he hit that big shot. He's a great shooter, really good shooter. And like you said, Talon, if Talon would play with a little more confidence inside the paint, when he does, he finishes. Early in the game, he didn't play with confidence. And it's funny you said that was the first guy you mentioned, because the last 2 days, yesterday in practice and then coming off of our tournament, we preached getting the ball inside. I said, I don't care who it is, if it's Tyree, if it's Talon, if it's Jackson, it doesn't matter who it is. We got to get the ball inside. That's how we play. So,
Coach, before we leave tonight, if you don't mind, I don't want to ask you to do too much homework here for us, okay? But we'd like to know what Tyree's point total is, or something close to whatever the total is.
He's close. He's close to the school record.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know. It's 14. Maybe 1450.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an attainable number right there.
Yeah, so I don't even know what the school record. I went out there and looked, but I can't remember what it was. It was 15 something.
Okay.
So that was Max Hamlin. I believe it was set in 1978.
Well, that's in danger. That's in real danger.
I noticed, where's the gear? Oh, he doesn't have the camera. Another legend up there, Lemuel Brown.
Okay.
When I looked, he had passed him a couple weeks ago. I didn't realize it.
Did you say Lemuel?
Lemuel Brown. He's sitting right up there.
Which one is he?
He's got a gray shirt on, sitting next to his wife, Lou Brown, with a red Coca-Cola shirt, I believe.
Red.
He had 1,300 and something, and Tyree passed
I see what
him
you're
this
saying.
year. Yeah, he's got a white Adidas shirt on. Yeah,
about 3 rows down.
Yep.
So that guy was the scoring machine right there.
Yeah. I didn't even know that I don't look at those things. And I went out there to look tonight because someone said, "Hey, Tyree's close to catching the school record."
So that's.
I went and looked, and I'm like, "Oh, Lemuel's on there." I just talked to Lemuel this weekend for a couple of hours.
It's one of the legends, huh? Well, Coach, great job tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you. It was good. We watched them play, and I knew that Snowflake's always good.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter if they feel like they're having a down year. Snowflake always gives us a good game.
Give you a good run.
Yeah, for sure.
Always. Yep. Well, Coach, and that was the rematch of the championship game from.
Yeah, that was the first time we've played them, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Since then?
Yeah.
No
I
kidding.
think it is. I don't because we didn't play them last 2-year block.
Didn't
so
do
yeah,
it?
I think that was it.
Well, hey, the mastery continues.
I wouldn't call it that.
What's Mutton Stew doing? What's Stuart?
He's living in Flag. Last time I heard, I know. Hopefully someone gets this word out, because I think it's totally crazy to me, and I've told him that. He's a plumber. That tall old sucker is a plumber. Can you imagine him crawling under? I mean, he is skinny and wiry. Wow. So can you imagine him crawling under a sink?
That would be tough to do.
He's playing ball. He did go on a mission.
Yeah. He has to coil himself up to get underneath there and do it. Well, Mutton Stew. That guy was something. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the win, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys making a long trip.
Yeah, and we'll see you next Monday, okay? Pin you on.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, there's Coach Justin
Thanks,
Smith
guys.
right there, the head coach of this Page team, and they get a win tonight. Final score, 48-38. They beat the Snowflake Lobos. We're going to end our broadcast here, this boys game. We'll start a whole new broadcast in a moment for the girls showdown, the girls matchup between the Page Lady Sand Devils and the Snowflake Lady Lobos. This Page girls team is way shorthanded, lots of injuries. They got a tall order, a big challenge in front of them against that good Snowflake team that they'll be facing here in just a moment, everybody. Thanks to our broadcast team, led by our producer, Derek Simmons, our technical director, Julio K., and also on camera for us tonight, Jessica K. What a great team we've got for the entire crew. Floyd Simmons, thanking you for joining us. Thanking you for being there with us on our broadcast and inviting you to join us for the girls' game here in a moment. Look for that broadcast as we close this one out here now. Until then, God bless you, everybody. From Page High School, stand by.